This one's probably going to be a pretty short one because I genuinely don't understand why people hate Tom Nook so much. Tom Nook, if you're not familiar, he's sort of the landlord of the Animal Crossing games. He will give you your house. He sets you up as essentially the mayor of the town in whichever game that you end up playing, whatever position that would entail. But I genuinely don't understand why people see him as some evil capitalistic monster out to get your money and bust your kneecaps if you don't pay him back. He just gives you a house. No interest. No nagging you to pay him back. He just gives you a house. What incentive do you have to pay him back? Oh, you want him to build an extension on the house that he gave you and on the land that he gave you for free? What a monster of him to ask you to pay him back for it first. Ooh, if you don't want to pay him back, that's fine. You don't need to. Not a single bell. That's the currency of the Animal Crossing world, if you weren't familiar. But he'll never complain. Never. Not once. He won't be like, oh no, give me my money. He won't show up to your house, knock, knock, knock. You better give me money or you can't do anything else. No. Just when you want to get him to do something else for you, he asks you, oh, before I do that, I'm going to need some payment for the previous thing that I did for free. Before I do this other thing for free. Until, again, you pay him back on your own time. He gave you basically free reign of the entire map. You can take whatever you want, steal all the things that you want, and a free house. It's a small house, but you can build it bigger if you want, for free from him. You just need to pay back for the previous things. Why are you complaining about that? That is incredibly generous. Oh, but he forced you into debt. You didn't have a choice to take the house. Yes, you did. Did Professor Oak force you into leaving home as a child? To fend for yourself, enslaving these small creatures to fight to the death, beat up other kids, knocking them out and taking their money? No, that was your choice when you bought the game. You are playing the character. The character always starts with the assumption that that's the choice that you've already made. In Animal Crossing, it always starts with your character moving there, without any money, without any real plan, not knowing anything about the place they're going, presumably, unless you looked up stuff about it. And then this little raccoon dog guy is just like, hey, you want to live here? Sounds good to me. Have a house. And you're like, oh yeah, cool. And some people apparently think that that's like manipulative. Here, have this house, and then you owe me money, but I'm not going to nag you to pay it back or anything. You owe me money. If you want to pay it back, that's up to you. You buying the game was your character making the decision to move there. But it's so much money. Is it really though? Is it? Oh, you caught a fish? Nice. Well, we'll buy that and use part of it. Just a little part of it. Don't worry. It's not that much. To pay off your house entirely, here's the rest. Do what you want with it. Oh, you've caught a bug. That'll cover your house, no problem. It's not his fault you're trying to repay him by stealing and selling butts and balls. Those fruit trees, as far as I'm concerned, are only really there as a little collection trophy. So you can have all these cool looking fruit trees from different islands and be like, look at all these cool things I got. Even the ones from other islands that you get a premium on, they're not worth much. Don't bother selling those unless there's like a little quest or something to do with those. But the decoration, like the rest of the decorative items, fish, bugs, you're paying back in no time. There's no debt. It really isn't much of a grind to pay back all the things that he wants you to give him for each of the extensions in the base house especially. But even if it were, why is that much of an issue? That is the game. By the time you've done the collectathon that is the game, you will have way more money than you'll know what to do with. Is it fun? Not to everyone. To me, probably not, but it's pretty addicting. It's one of those games, it might be the only game that people ask, what do you do? And I really don't know how to answer that. Well, why do you like it so much? I don't know, but it's great. An apple a day keeps the bell bags away. I don't even know if I got off frame with that. Yeah, so I recorded this a few times. I tried to. One over a week ago. But, yeah, first time, no volume. Various other issues other times. But here we go. I think we should be good. Hooray.